Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. Alycia Baumgardner becomes the IBF, WBO and WBC. I think the IBO belt was on the line as well. Unified champion. She's only missing one belt now, which would be the WBA. She scores a split decision victory over Mikaela Mayer. Now, the judges' scorecards were, let me get this right now, I think it was 97-93 to Mayer. And two lots of 96-95 to Baumgardner. Now, I have to say, with the greatest respect to Baumgardner, I don't agree with this decision. I thought Mikaela Mayer won this fight 96-94, 6 rounds to 4. And you may disagree. A lot of the crowd were booing. They didn't agree with the decision, but they were very close rounds. It's feasible that you can give it to Baumgardner, but I felt sorry for Mayer. I thought she clearly won the fight. I gave Baumgardner the first 2 rounds. I don't think Mayer was quick enough with her feet and wasn't jabbing enough, probably wasn't landing enough punches. And I thought Baumgardner looked to be controlling the range better, to be landing the harder individual punches, and to be the woman who was, there's that vagary they call ring generalship, isn't there, which no one can really define. But I thought Baumgardner was edging it. She edged the first 2 rounds for me. There weren't a lot in it at all. But the next 4, definitely Mayer got her skates on, started quickening up her feet, landing lots of very powerful jabs, and kind of put, during that 4-round period from rounds 3 to 6, put Baumgardner back in her box, so to speak. And it just looked to me like she found a rhythm. And Baumgardner, I mean, in one of the middle rounds, she was sort of switch hitting, and not with any great intent. It's just that she didn't really know what else to do. I thought, okay, so Mayer's got a number here. So I had Mayer 4-2 up after 6. And then Baumgardner got a real rollicking in the corner from, is it Tony Harrison, I think is her trainer. He really did a little bit of finger wagging there. You know, naughty girl, you start working hard now. Start doing what you're supposed to do. Start doing what we trained for. She came out in the 7th round, and I gave her the 7th and the 8th. I thought she was much more urgent. She quickened her feet. Previously, she'd been backing off rather than, you know, because she's the shorter woman, I think the tactic was to make yourself even smaller. And when Mayer came in with the jab, you slip the jab, move into range, don't smother your work, and then let your hands go. She wasn't doing that for that between rounds 3 and 6. She was backing off. Instead of sidestepping, she was moving backwards. And it gave the impression, more than the impression actually, that Mayer was winning the rounds. But in 7 and 8, she wasn't doing that. Suddenly she was, you know, forcing the issue, getting closer, landing some very big punches. And Mayer was at no point really hurt. She was cut at one point. I can't remember, is the cut over the right eye, or was it on the top of the forehead? I don't know. I think it might be on the right eye. It was only a minor nick, nothing major. So those 2 rounds, what was that, 7 and 8, that takes you up to 4 rounds each. So it was all up for grabs in the last 2 rounds. And for me personally, Mikaela Mayer won those 2 rounds. I don't really see how you can give them to Baumgardner. I thought Mayer got back on it a bit, got back on the jab a bit more, was letting everything hang off the jab. Baumgardner wasn't doing nothing, you know. And I suppose the judges were looking for the harder punches, which is okay. You can make that argument, but no, for me, rounds 9 and 10 belong to Mayer. Her card was read out first. I think it was, again, 97-93 or something. And then the 2 96-95s were for Baumgardner. She wins a split decision. Mayer was absolutely, not distraught, but she was, you know, giving the thumbs down sign to the crowd. And I got to go with her. I got to think that she's justified in doing that, because to me, she won the fight and she didn't get the verdict. But let's not take too much away from Baumgardner. Don't forget, she won a title over here before in Britain against Terry Harper. She's come back. She's edged out Mikaela Mayer, and they're both very, very good fighters. It wasn't a fight that caught light, really. There was some good skills on display, especially from Mayer. Some decent flashes of power from Baumgardner, although she didn't at any point hurt Mayer. And I just thought Mayer won it, to be honest with you. That's just my view. I'd really hate these 2-minute rounds. I can't stand them. I mean, they really are starting to grate on me. Because when you're scoring a close round, what I always do is, I've said this before, but you score the first minute for one particular fighter, you score the next minute for a particular fighter. So if you're even after 2 minutes, you've got that third minute. Who's going to win the third minute? That's always a way of evening out these very close rounds. Or, you know, sometimes it's still difficult to score, of course. But I wish they'd go to the 3-minute rounds, and it should be over 12. This was a fight that could have heated up into something a bit special if it had been 12-3s, but it wasn't. It was a 10-2s. And after all the bluster and, you know, Mikaela Mayer aiming a kick at Baumgardner and all that crap, we didn't really get the barn burner we were after. But it was a good fight, technically. And these are two good quality ladies. Mayer can come back, no question about it. This is a step back for her, but she will claim that she should have had the decision. I agree with her. Baumgardner will move on, go looking for the WBA title. Choi, has it got the WBA title? But yeah, credit to both women. Good fight. Not great, but a good fight. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments below. What did you think of the verdict? Do you agree with me, or do you think Baumgardner deserved it? Just let me know. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, please. We're heading for 1,000 subscribers. That'll be great if we get there. Like the video if you liked it, and thanks as always for your time. We'll speak again soon. We've got the big one, Clarissa Shields versus Savannah Marshall coming up. I will be reviewing that. Look out for the video. Much love to all of you. You take care of yourselves and enjoy the main event. Bye for now.